Hello everyone, I'm Sylvia and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is the first video of mine that you're watching. So typically on this channel I tend to make a lot of vlogs and I don't show my face at all. I think the first time I show my face is in my previous vlog for my birthday, in the New York vlog, and only briefly. But I've been giving it a lot of thought and I really want to grow this channel in a way where I'm making content that I like, and I'm very restricted with that when I'm behind the camera and not engaging fully. My main thing that I want to focus on is like book reviews and books that I read, because I read a lot, and so far my Goodreads goal this year was I think 35 books and I've already read 21. So I'm very on top of it, and reading is something that I have always loved to do since I can remember. And just like most people like to watch TV or watch movies to pass the time, or Netflix, I enjoy reading. So I want to share and keep diaries of like what I think about books, because that's one thing that I've noticed is that I read so much and I tend to forget what books I've read, or what exactly the book was about, and I really hate that. I tried keeping a journal of like my thoughts and what I would rate the book, but life became so hectic and I couldn't really do that. Now, sorry if I don't look into the camera all the time. This is new to me and very scary. Like, I don't know whether to look at the lens or look at the screen or what. And yeah, so it's the first day of May and I thought it would be the perfect time to start this booktube channel. Of course, I'm still gonna do my vlogs. I am a nurse and I really enjoy like day in the life vlogs, and when I was a nursing student I really loved watching other nurses vlogs just to get a feel about how my life might be, but everybody's life is different. So yeah, but this video today is going to be about my May TBR. So I can't believe I'm saying this. I've always wanted to like promote or talk about the books that I'm excited to read for the month, and now I get a chance to do so. I've just always been afraid. So hopefully as time goes on I get a lot better at making these videos. And as you can see, I don't really have a big book collection going on. A lot of my books are in storage. I do live in an apartment and it's kind of hard to always carry so many books around, and I like to read on my e-reader. I do have a Nook and a Kindle, so a lot of my books are digital, but I started buying physical copies just recently because I enjoy the covers. Like, I noticed what I was missing was that in an e-reader everything's black and white, so you don't get to see like the pretty covers and the colors that go into every book. And some books have like really neat page linings, like I'll show you what I mean. But yeah, so let's get into this. So first on my list, I already started it. I started it yesterday, and it's American Royals. So as you can see, I actually checked this book out from my local library, so I'm just reading it on my Kindle. And so far, I'm 50% in. So last night I worked night shift, and during night shift there's a lot of downtime, and so I got a lot of reading done. But so far this book is good. When I first started it, I was kind of iffy about it because it's your typical cliche main character who's a female, and she's gonna be the first woman to actually rule over America. So in this book, instead of George Washington becoming the first president, he becomes the first king of the United States. So it follows the life of his descendants, and the main character's name is Beatrice, which is my middle name, so I love that. But she's going to be the first female ruler that the United States is going to have, and she just feels like she has a duty to uphold. And so far there's like a lot of romantic problems going on. I really love drama. My life is boring. Like, as long as drama's not centered on me, I love it. So every character has like this twist, and I am loving it. And so far I'm like, how are they gonna get out of this? So I know there's more in the series, so I'm excited to see where this is going, because honestly I can't really predict how things are gonna go, but so far I'm enjoying that. So that's my first on my May to be read. The next book is one that I got at Barnes & Noble, and I already started it too, and it's called The Little Book of Hygge. So that's how you pronounce it, Hygge. I learned how to pronounce it because of this book. And so it's the Danish secrets to happy living. And lately I've been feeling like I want to enjoy life more, like every little moment. I tend to work a lot, and when I'm off I'm tired and I don't have the energy to do what I want to do. And I made a video, my last vlog, called Slowing Down, where I try to take some of the things that I learned in the first few chapters of this book and incorporate it into my life. So for me, for example, one thing it says is to make like a little reading nook, and I tend to read wherever I'm at. If I'm waiting in the parking lot to start my shift, or if I'm sitting in the sofa with my husband, he's watching TV or playing video games, I'm just reading there, reading right before bed. Like, I don't have a designated reading spot. So the book says make a cozy spot for yourself and just take in the moment. So I started getting a blanket, and I started making sure that the fireplace was on, and just enjoying my time reading and just being in the moment. And so far I love it. It does not feel like time wasted, and it feels like I'm really enjoying my time, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really didn't want to buy this book digital because I love making notes in it, and I knew it's going to be a book that I want to incorporate into my life. So like, I'll just like highlight things, and I made like a sort of bookmark where it's like a long sticky notepad, and I can just write down notes in here and look back at it later. But the book is gorgeous. It's very simple, with very simple pictures. And this is one that I kind of want to take it slow, so I might not finish it for my May TBR, because it's not a book that I feel like I can just sit down and read in one go, which I can, but I like taking all the information in. So yeah. My next book in my May TBR is The Grimm's Complete Fairytales. So obviously this book is ginormous, and I really love the detail in the cover. I got it at Barnes & Noble. As you can see, it's so pretty. It's so detailed, and the pages, this is what I was talking about. Like, it has gold pages and a gold bookmark, and you cannot enjoy something like this digitally. Like, you just can't. And I used to be an avid fairy tale reader when I was little. I used to collect a bunch of books from the thrift store and related to fairy tales. And lately, since I've been reading like the 12 Dancing Princesses series, I've really gotten back into fairy tales, and one of the books that I'm currently working on, because yes, I love to write, is a retelling of The Little Mermaid. So I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of insight and a lot of just ideas from this book. So I'll be reading a few stories from here for sure. The next two books I got in New York, and they were from a little cozy like Asian bookstore called Kinokuniya. I'm probably butchering this, but the first book is called Witch Please, and it says Danica Waterhouse is a fully modern witch. After a messy breakup, Danica makes a pact with her cousin. They'll keep their hearts protected and have fun without involving the overly opinionated and meddlesome Waterhouse matriarchs. Titus Winaker has family trouble of his own. After a tragic loss, all he's got is his sister, his bakery, sugar daddies, and a romantic curse that he's convinced has left him doomed to be alone. Until he meets Danica. The sparks are instant, their attraction irresistible. For him, she's the one. To her, he's forbidden fruit. Can a modern witch find love with an old-fashioned mundane who refuses to settle for anything less than forever? So I thought this was really cute. And she has like her little spell book, probably like a grimoire, and I thought this was just going to be like an easy read, and the cover really attracted me. I was like, oh, this is so cute. So yeah, this is on my May TBR. My next book is about the same author. She had like, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 or 4 books, but I only grabbed 2. And this one is called Boss Witch. And this one says, Clementine Waterhouse is a perfectly logical witch. She doesn't tumble headlong into love. Rather, she weighs the pros and cons and decides whether a relationship is worth pursuing. At least that's always been her modus operandi before. Clem prefers being the one in charge, always the first to walk away when the time is right. Attraction has never struck her like lightning, until the witch hunter comes to town. Gavin Rice hates being a witch hunter, but his family honor is on the line and he needs to prove he's nothing like his grandfather, a traitor who let everyone down. But things in St. Clair aren't what they seem, and Gavin is distracted from the job immediately by bewitching dark-haired beauty with a sexy smile and haunting secrets in her eyes. With so much at stake for them both, the last thing either can afford to lose is their hearts. So, the cover again, beautiful, has the same sparkles that this one has. And I believe this is the first book, but they're not related. It's just set in the same universe. And again, I cannot wait to read these. So they're my May TBR. And let me look at my other books that I have. Silver Woods. Now this is the 12 Dancing Princesses series that I was talking about earlier, and this is the 3rd book. And I got this on Kindle, but the first 2 books I got them through the library. And basically what this is about is it's set in like Europe, but with made up names, but you can roughly tell which country they're referring to. So like Spain is called España, England or Britain is called Breton. And yeah, so like you can kind of like see which country they're referencing to. But in this world, magic is not normal, but is known to be around, if that makes sense. So people believe in magic. They know that curses are real. They know that, you know, witches and wizards and all types of magical creatures live among them. And the first book follows the tale of the 12 dancing princesses and the curse that they have to dance every night against their will. So I can't remember if the original fairy tale it was a curse or if it was that the princesses actually enjoyed dancing with their princes, but in this book it was definitely a curse. And each book follows so far one of the sisters, and the last book that one of the sisters was in Britain, and she had to help like the Cinderella character break her curse, which I found was really interesting because it wasn't like your typical Cinderella retelling. This one was kind of dark. So for example, you know how Cinderella has like the glass slippers? In this book, she still has the glass slippers, but her fairy godmother like literally pours hot melting glass into her feet, and it burns and very uncomfortable when she dances. And if she's not back to the godmother's like fortress before midnight, her feet slowly begin to turn into glass. So she can't move her toes, she can't walk without it hurting. Like, it's really dark. So I'm very excited to read this one because this one's following like the tale of Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm trying to see how they incorporate that story into the stories that they've already made. So the first one was the 12 Dancing Princesses, and then the second one was like a Cinderella retelling with the 12 Dancing Princesses, and then the third one is going to be about Little Red Riding Hood, and it's going to all tie back to the first curse of the 12 Dancing Princesses. So I'm surprised I haven't heard about this book. I picked it up from the library because I was looking for something to read, and it's really good. Like, I really want to do a video just about this series. Like, there's so much to say. I've been taking so many notes, but I don't want to spoil anything. So yeah, if you're interested, I'm going to list all the books I mentioned down below. And yeah, so that's about it. I hope this video turns out great, or at least okay, because it's my first attempt at making a video. And I'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't, it would mean the world if you subscribe. And take care, keep reading, and I'll see you next time.